Hello everyone and welcome to the Beginner's Guide to C#. My name is Eric Frick and I'll be your instructor for this course. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to cover in this course. So first off, welcome to the class. This class assumes you have no prior programming experience. It's really intended for entry-level developers. If you're an experienced .NET or C# developer, this is probably not the course for you. So learning to program requires practice, and I've included a lot of exercises in this course. And learning to program is a lot like a musical instrument. You really need to practice it a lot to get better at it. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the details. As far as the class outline, we're going to build a demo program, and we're going to keep adding features to it bit by bit. So in each chapter, we're going to add more to our demonstration program. This program is a console program, which is a great place to start in any programming language, and I'll show you how to do it in C#. We're going to concentrate on the basics of the language and really what the fundamentals are of the constructs of the C# programming language, and by using a console program, it allows us to concentrate on doing just that. At the end of the class, you'll have a complete demo program that really highlights a number of the most important aspects of the C# programming language. As far as the development environment, I'll outline two basic development environments that you can use for this course. The first one is to sign up for a free account on the Google Cloud Platform, or GCP. You get a $300 credit and you can develop your code up there. .NET Core is already installed and there's a built-in editor in the GCP environment, and there's no charge for using the development console in GCP. So it's really, if you're interested in learning a little bit about the cloud, it's a great way to develop, and your code is automatically backed up, so you don't have to worry about losing any code up there. The second option is to download and install .NET Core and Visual Studio Code. Both of these are free downloads, and the great thing about both of these is they're available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So no matter what operating system you're running on your desktop or notebook computer, you can run it on any one of those environments. So those are the two major options. I personally use the cloud. I like to develop up there because it's a no-hassle option and all I need is a web browser to get to it. But the choice is up to you. The demonstrations I'll show you, though, are off of Windows, but the code will be completely the same no matter where you decide to develop. PDF files. I've included PDF lab files for each of the chapters. So the chapters will work while I'll show the concept of a particular language construct. I'll demonstrate how to integrate that into your sample program, and then the PDF file is there for you to go ahead and complete the exercise on your own, so that you'll be building this demo program alongside with me step by step through the entire course. So the C# language elements we're going to cover, we're going to show you first your development environment and whether you decide to do GCP or install it on your local machine. I'll show you how to install it on Windows. And then we're going to start looking at the aspects of the language and building out our demo program. So we'll look first at a console program, what really is a console program, and then the traditional program in any language. The first program is Hello World, and this will be no exception, so we'll do that. Then we're going to look at some more of the details of the language itself, how you do comment statements in C#, how input is handled through input statements, how you can modularize your code with methods, and then we'll start looking at control structures, if statements, and loops. Next, we'll look at all the data types that are available in C# and some of the highlights of that, and then how to handle error conditions with exceptions. Next, we'll move into arrays that you can have large collections of data in structured arrays, and then we'll look at switch statements, another very flexible control statement. Then we'll look at a few options that are available to you in Visual Studio Code, and then we're going to look at more code aspects. We're going to look at using statements and how you can simplify your code using statements. And then we're going to look at some really common functions in all programming languages. We'll look at file output and input. Then we'll look at strings and functions and date and functions. And finally, we'll wrap up the course by looking at object-oriented programming and inheritance. So again, we're going to create an example program. We'll build on this chapter by chapter, and then we'll have a complete demo program at the end of the course. By the end of this class, you'll be familiar with most of the major constructs of the C# programming language. You'll be able to build your own console programs and build and compile code, and I've included some additional exercises that will also reinforce, in addition to our demo program, what we're building. You'll be able to develop programs with .NET Core, which is Microsoft's open source cross-platform framework. So you should be really ready to go. This is build a solid baseline in C#. If you want to move on to more complex projects, this is a perfect place to start. So I'm anxious to jump into the material. Thank you so much for signing up for this course, and I'll see you again.